We started the Watermark Group 13 years ago with the philosophy that we were really wanting to go beyond traditional CPA firm. We really wanted to make a difference in the lives of the people that we were touching, our clients, our employees, those that we're touching in the community. And one of the reasons that we invested in CGI with that big gift for us of time, talent, and treasure is because of the amazing work they do in Cambodia. Our greatest ability as an organization to grow and to continue to have the impact on the community that we want to have is by investing in and growing our people. And we're doing that every day. And I think that equates really well to what CGI and their team is doing in Cambodia, because these gals come in and they may not have any marketable skills when they come in. They may come from a household where maybe nobody in the household has marketable skills. But what they're learning in the imprint program at the Bite to V factory, in the culinary training center, those are skills that they can take out when they're finished with their program at CGI, and they can get a job and they can earn a living. And CGI, the impact they're making by investing the dollars that we're contributing to them and other companies and supporters are contributing to them, it's just compounding over and over and over in the lives of the people that they're touching. I think we're more humbled than proud at Watermark and the impact that we think we're having in some small way through our involvement with CGI and the amazing things that they're doing. And it just makes me that much more thankful that we're in a position here at Watermark and blessed with such good people here that are willing to share, to take ownership in the mission that's being fulfilled in Cambodia. And we all feel that deeply here. I'm passionate about what CGI does because everything they do, every thought that they have, every dollar they invest is all about bringing generational hope. It's all about inspiring. It's all about bringing purpose to the lives of the women that they touch. And without purpose, I don't think you can dream. So for me, being part of that purpose is part of my purpose.
When I was in college, I was studying the book of Luke, and really it was in Luke 4 when Jesus says that he's come to preach good news to the poor and bind up the brokenhearted. What really hit me was, how was I supposed to be Jesus' hands and feet and preach good news to the poor and bind up the brokenhearted when I really didn't have any relationship with people that were living in poverty? I ended up working in a more impoverished community, and I eventually kind of switched from teaching and worked as a case manager. And really, in both of those experiences, they were such a blessing. But then I also saw that there were gaps in people's lives, that if they had certain skills, if they had literacy, or if they had vocational skills, but they didn't have just some basic life skills, it made it really difficult for them to be able to function just in regular life. When my husband and I first heard about CGI, we just fell in love with the mission of CGI, helping vulnerable women and girls to be able to leave poverty and to have a fullness of life. One of the things that we really appreciated about CGI is that it doesn't just focus on vocational training, but also the importance of life skills is recognized. Most of the students who come into the vocational programs have just been living on survival mode their whole life. They're constant crisis, constant things they're dealing with. And really what the life skills program does is it teaches them how to think through beyond today, beyond tomorrow, but into the future. How to manage money, how to make healthy relationship choices so that long term they can have that fullness of life that we hope for. I'm a busy mom. I have 3 small boys that keep me very busy, but this last spring I was able to partner with CGI and work with them to develop a life skills curriculum for them to use in a potentially new project in the Dominican Republic. And so it was very encouraging to me to be able to use some of those skills that I've been able to use in the past to globally impact the poor through the life skills program that I helped put together to help bind up the brokenhearted as they learn self-esteem and how they are loved by God. I think that being able to participate in writing this life skills curriculum was a reminder to me that I can live out God's calling wherever I am. And even though I'm focused on my kids a lot of the time and on my just day-to-day tasks that I have to do, God still gives us opportunities to serve.
My wife and I have been supporters of CGI really since almost the beginning, 10 years ago. We felt like it was important to support CGI for a couple of different reasons. Taking the gospel around the world is first and foremost. It's what Jesus called us to do in the Great Commission, and that was something that we felt like CGI was a great organization to get behind and support to do that. Second of all, the impact that it was making to help these girls and to train them and equip them, combined with giving of the gospel, and that to me was just something that felt like it was a natural connection for us to support and really get behind. And it's been amazing to see the lives touched, not only by CGI, but more importantly by God and through His Holy Spirit. I had an opportunity to go to Cambodia back in January, and it was my first trip, and it was really amazing to see the gospel being lived out day to day. I saw the girls learning about Bible stories, and what looked like something that we would see in Sunday school, they had actually colored the story from the gospel of lowering the paraplegic through the roof just to get to Jesus. And that really struck me. And when I was interviewing one of the girls, I was asking her about that particular story, and I asked her what that meant to her, and she said, "I'm the one on the mat. I'm the one that needs to be helped and needs to get to Jesus, and CGI is my friends, and they're lowering me through to get to Him." And I said, okay, wow. It humbled me before the Lord, knowing that God is so much bigger and He's doing so much more than we could ever imagine, even though we're halfway around the world and we're giving financial resources and time and talent and treasure. It truly does make an impact because I saw it firsthand. You can see Jesus working in their lives because of the dichotomy between the real world Cambodia and these girls that have met Jesus. Cambodia is not a Christian country by any means, but these girls, they live differently, they see things differently, and I think that shows the impact of what Jesus can do in the lives of people around the world, that He shines the light in the darkness, and you're part of it. And you're part of it even though you're here in central Indiana or in the United States. You're a part of helping the gospel spread, and that's amazing. And I think that should give everyone inspiration and hope.